guys! Today we are talking about some of the Shop Miss A masks. Some of them are sheet masks, some of them are just masks that you put on, some peel off, some just wash off. Anyway, we have tried out 6 each, and we are going to kind of give you a review on what we thought of them. And so let's get started.
Alright, I'm going to start off with one that was absolutely horrible. It was the most painful thing ever, and I thought, like, while picking out the masks, I thought, oh, like a charcoal peel-off face mask, maybe that'll, like, really get in there and get the, like, blackheads off my nose, because I really struggle with, like, blackheads, like, all right there and some kind of right there in my pore area, and it was the most painful experience, like, ever.
It really was.
Like, and she actually did it first.
Yeah.
And she put a thin layer on, and so it was harder to, like, get a hold of it because she was actually in trouble. So
some areas
I had to, like,
were
help.
really thin, but some areas, you know, were on there good. But you know, I was gonna try to maybe get a couple of uses out of this. So some areas I'd put on were a little bit thinner. This is the only real duplicate that we got. But I literally had tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, I was having a real hard time getting it off. I was like, oh my gosh, this is not coming off. And so Elizabeth and her sister came in, and they were trying to help, and her sister was getting such a big kick out of the fact that it was hurting me, and literally, especially on this side, it literally pulled the peach fuzz off of my face.
It was definitely pulling peach fuzz off. But another thing with this is later that night when I was trying to, like, fall asleep, I did it before I went to sleep, obviously, and I was laying there and my face was just, like, stinging and itching, and I had put my moisturizer on just like I normally would, and I just wanted to literally scratch off my face. Like, it was itching so bad. It was fine in the morning, and I mean, it kept me up for so long because I just couldn't get to sleep with that feeling on my face. But I hated to just, like, start scratching my face because that's not good for your face. So I would never get this again. Yeah, and I would not recommend this.
I wouldn't either. I would not recommend. This is actually, it's the Dear She, and we'll have that kind of a close-up on the screen. But I had the same situation once. I did it at night, pulled it off, put my moisturizer on, and I was itching. But, like, the next day and the following day, I wound up with three
I had acne
big spots of acne that had popped up. I guess it cleansed and it pulled stuff out, but oh my gosh, it was the most painful thing
that was the only one that actually gave my skin any sort of reaction like that, and then broke me out. I had, like, little bumps, like, all through here, and then, like, a few, like, actual, like, pimples on my face right there, and I was just, like, I was so not happy with that mask. It was not worth it.
So don't waste your money on that one. I got this from STELLA. It is the rose oil mask. I have mixed feelings about this one. It had a faint rose scent, which I was fine with. I like floral scents, and most masks don't really have a scent, so to speak. But this did have a faint rose scent, and so it was not bad. I mean, it was pleasant. But this, I mean, I've tried sheet masks, and I've done sheet masks, you know, through this review, and this one actually just kept pulling up off of my face in every area, and literally I would have to, you know, kind of push it back down. I mean, I know sheet masks move around, but this one was like trying to actually completely fall off my face, and so I had to really stay on top of it in order to keep it on there. And it really didn't have, you know, once you take it off and you're supposed to kind of massage in the excess product and stuff, this really didn't have any excess product, so to speak. So mixed reviews on this one. I mean, it was decent. It made my skin feel okay. Smell was, you know, good, but I don't necessarily feel like I got huge benefits out of it.
Alright, next one I'm going to talk about is the STELLA Pearl Face Mask. I actually used this one. This was the only one that I used in the morning before makeup. Just because it's like more of a luminous. So I thought maybe that'll make my skin look more luminous underneath my makeup. And it was pretty good. It didn't like mess up my makeup throughout the day. I didn't like put on an extra moisturizer. I just kind of rubbed in what was left over on this, and it didn't seem to react any differently with my makeup, so that was really good. It did leave a very luminous, like after I rubbed it in and I kind of like looked in the mirror, I was like, oh, my skin is like really glowing. I don't know if it was like, if it made my skin actually glowing or if something in it had a glowing effect, so I don't know. I mean, my skin a few days later wasn't really looking that glowy, so I don't know. Again, it's not like, it's kind of mixed reviews on this as well, just because like it didn't do anything noticeably different to my skin, but I mean overall it was a good mask, and the smell was okay. It seemed like they were trying to do like a perfume scent and they just didn't get it. So I would rather it have had no scent than the scent that it had, but it wasn't like an unbearable scent or anything like that.
The next one I tried was also a sheet mask, and this is the Pomegranate Facial Mask Energizing. And I have to say, I mean, this one I didn't have any trouble with it staying on. I mean, it stayed on, and just it had enough product on there. I don't know if that was just, if maybe that just didn't have enough product in the mask itself, and maybe that was just, you know, maybe that one packet or that one run or something. But this had plenty of product on there. It stayed on really well. Once it came off and I, you know, kind of massaged the excess into the skin, my skin felt really clean. It felt really smooth. It felt nourished. I don't know necessarily that it felt energized, but I mean, it felt good. But I mean, what is your skin supposed to feel like when it's energized? Yeah, I don't know. So anyway.
Alright, next is this black mask. It is Whitening Complex, Whitening and Rejuvenating System. This one was the only one that fit my face like perfectly. And all the other ones are like super big. Like on my forehead I have to keep them kind of rolled down so they don't go in my hair. And on the sides, like I kind of have to keep them peeled back and like folded over and everything. And it goes like down on my like chin, and
she has a really tiny face.
I don't feel like I have that tiny of a face, but
small features, you know, so
yeah. But this one was the only one that like fit my face perfectly. So I think if you do have kind of a larger face, and normal face masks tend to fit you perfectly, this one might not fit. I appreciated that it actually fit my face and I didn't have to worry about it like getting in my hair, like anywhere. And I mean, I enjoyed that, but at the same time I know that other people might have a hard time getting this on their face. As for what it did for my skin, I did feel like it whitened my skin, or like, it's kind of a weird term, I feel like, to whiten your skin.
Maybe brightened it?
Like it did. I feel like I have, whenever I'm not wearing makeup, I feel like my skin looks really red or on the redder side. And whenever I took this off, like a lot of them, your skin still looks like your skin, or whatever it's supposed to do, it does that.
Right.
But your skin still, like if you have a redder skin, it still looks red. My skin did not look red after I peeled this off, and I was like, oh, I can get on board with that, because it was, I mean, it's not a long-term effect, but I would recommend this, honestly, because this was probably one of my favorites that I got.
The next one that I tried is by Beauty Treats. This actually is a 2-in-1. I used one of them. This is the Oatmeal Oxygen Bubble Mask. This was not a sheet mask. So And it wasn't one that you have to let dry and peel off or anything.
Yeah.
When you put it on, you know, kind of not a super thick layer, but a pretty good layer. And then it kind of starts to foam and bubble, and that felt good. But then, you know, you kind of let it just do its thing for a couple minutes, and then you wash it off. And so if you are one that would like to get the effects of a face mask, but you don't have like 20 to 30 minutes to sit and let a sheet mask kind of do its thing, I highly recommend this. I think this felt good. After I washed it off, my skin felt clean. It felt, you know, smooth, kind of. I mean, you always think about smooth as a baby's behind, you know, and so, I mean, literally it felt that smooth. It felt really, really good, and it didn't take a long time to do.
Yeah.
So, and this one actually did come with 2, so I've got another one that I can use. $1 for 2 masks.
Yeah, I actually got the peach one, and it actually has 2 as well, but you can kind of tear the other one off, so that's what I've done. And yes, these are super fun, honestly. I mean, if you're any age, you enjoy them, because they are, like, even if they didn't do anything for my skin, like, I still would love to do it, just because it's like that oxygen mask and it bubbles up, and it's just an interesting thing. It almost makes your, like, nose tickle. I don't know, it's just a fun thing. I think
really liked it.
Having a sleepover with your girls or something, this would be a fun thing to bring out. But I think that it's great that if you don't necessarily have time to do a 20-30 minute sheet mask, that you can just pop this on, let it sit for like literally 2 minutes, and then it's like bubbled up, it's done its thing, and you kind of massage it in, and then rinse it
off.
And it's
done.
amazing.
It
It is
is
so good, but I really recommend these.
The next one that I did was a sheet mask again. This is the Crystal Black Sheet Mask with collagen. This, again, this stayed on my face. It had plenty of product, and it's one of those things also that whenever I pulled it off, I don't know, it just felt so, my skin just almost felt rejuvenated. I mean, it really felt good. It felt wonderful. In the morning when I got up, it still felt really, really good. I liked this one a lot.
Next one that I got was the CELAVI facial mask, charcoal purify and refine. This was another one that I absolutely loved. It left my skin, after I took it off, it left my skin feeling very clean. Like, I feel like it really did, like, purify my skin. It felt like just, do you know what I mean? Like, whenever you feel like you've gotten all
everything
the toxins,
off.
like, out, and you're just, like, it's just like your skin
is happy,
purified and clean, and it's just, you kind of know. You just kind of know. But this, I feel like, really got into the pores. Literally the day after I used it, I was kind of like looking in the mirror, and I like literally my pores just looked almost smaller. I feel like maybe they weren't.
Awesome.
Maybe that's just me, but this I would definitely recommend, and I will definitely be getting more of these.
Final mask is from A2O. It is the anti-aging mask. This is actually it's a sheet mask. This is the sheet mask that I wore through my Get Unready With Me video, so you could see kind of how it looked and everything. The thing that I will say about this one, I mean, it fit my face. It was, you know, stayed on. It had an overabundance of product. Like, literally, I think there's probably still some product left in here. You could probably kind of squeeze some of the product out and then use it, and then put it back in there and use it again. If you noticed on the video, like, I literally had so much on there, and I kept massaging, and it was like there was so much that, I mean, I took a rag and just patted off the excess so that I could get it to kind of massage in all the way. But I did like it. The next morning, my skin felt really, really good, and the next morning it felt good still. And so I would definitely recommend getting this one. I felt like that my skin did look a little, like I have lots of little fine lines around my eyes and stuff, and you know, I try to kind of, whenever I massage the masks in and stuff, I'll go ahead and get kind of under my eyes, and I felt like that maybe some of those fine lines were not quite as much there. So
last one is the esfolio, I don't know, Volcanic Ash Essence Mask Sheet. This is supposed to deliver moisture and nourishment deep into your skin, and I feel like it did that. I definitely woke up the next morning feeling very moisturized, and I use a pretty intense moisturizer at night, and I didn't think that my skin could be any more moisturized, but this definitely did it. And again, same thing that she said, this one kind of had a lot of like product in here, and there's still like some in there, but it was so good. I loved this one. So I think that the 3 best sheet masks were the black mask whitening one. I would definitely recommend this one. The charcoal CELAVI purify and refine, this one as well. The volcanic ash essence mask sheet, this one, recommend this one as well. And then obviously this one, I loved it. It's just, these are so good.
And then I had my 3 favorites, the AO2 Anti-Aging, the Crystal Black with collagen, and then the Pomegranate Energizing. So not sure about the Energizing, but it sure did feel good.
So if any of those you're interested in, I say definitely check them out. They're $1, and I mean, these are basically 50 cents each. I think that they're worth it.
Yeah.
I was kind of like looking at other face masks and like other places, and I'm just like, my Shop Miss A ones are like probably, you know, just as good for cheaper, so I don't want to waste my money on them. They're literally $1. Like,
exactly.
You can't really go wrong. So
yeah, as long as, you know, I mean, I would definitely not recommend this one.
No.
Stay away from that one. Eek. But I mean, the rest of them were pretty good. So, and then we had our favorites. So I think that Shop Miss A does a really good job with masks. And so
I'm not gonna lie though, I was really scared to try the masks because we actually tried like primers from there, and oh my gosh, they broke us out like crazy. Like, we had little bumps just like everywhere. It was not a fun time, and we actually got this like recommended, or not recommended, but somebody actually wanted us to try them out, and we were like, we want to do it for you guys, so we will do it. And I think that they actually like surprised us. They surprised me. The only one that did break us out though was the Dear She bamboo charcoal peel off mask, and maybe that was just because it was a super intense mask. I don't know, but it was too painful for me to try again.
Me too.
So, anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the post notification bell so you're notified each and every time I upload.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Glam and Glamour on all of those. And until our next video, bye!